Why are men happy to be single in 2019? Some would say the real question is, why wouldn't we be? But to ask you the question, to ask you as a single man, what is it about being a single man that you enjoy so much? What is it about not having those ties? Not having the issues and problems that come along with those ties? What is it about being a single bachelor in 2019 that makes so many men actually feel alive? More so than when they were dating, married, or in a relationship. Why is it that so many men become more productive, more confident, more focused, relaxed, and at peace? Why do we as modern men not only understand why, but are so content in being free? No man is an island. No one is self-sufficient. Everyone relies on others. This saying comes from a sermon by the 17th century English author John Donne. An interesting saying. No man is an island. But I would add to that and to say, no man is an island, but many of us have to be. See, there is this daunting stigma placed on men who enjoy being single, as if they are not living life to the maximum because they do not have a woman in their lives. You could be a skydiver or an extreme mountain climber. You could be an F1 driver, but no, that is not living life to the maximum. Get married. That is the true extreme sport. But to get to my point, let's split single men into two groups. Single and content men and single and curious men. So the single and content men are the men that have already been through the battlefield of love and commitment. Or they are men that have always been content by themselves regardless. These men are happy to do as they wish with their newfound or always had freedom. The single and curious men are men that may have been there and have hopes for something better to come along. Or they have never had a woman and are curious to get one or to have one. These men either dislike being single or they understand why they are single. Yes, you could say there are other categories, but let me keep it simple. So single and content men are happy with their lives being single. They are not looking for a woman or trying to structure their life around finding one. These men are living for themselves and are building lives for themselves. But why would a man find happiness in being by himself when there is a vast array of women on offer? Tons of gorgeous lonely women looking for a man. A man who would kick the cat litter box aside and take her right there, on the floor, basking in the smell of ammonia. Well, there seems to be this common misconception that women are the key to a man's happiness. Yes, women do fulfill the desire, but they have never filled my happiness. What filled my happiness was when I understood that I am that key. It's when I stopped asking for my happiness, stopped looking for things out there to be happy, looking for a door to put my key into. In being a man, I understand I do not have to chase. I do not have to beg. I do not have to be a fool. For as simple as it is, I realize that my life is my own. So long as I am not hurting anyone, I do not have to do anything. Yet at the same time, I realized that I had been hindering myself all along. That I spent time focused looking more for things than looking at myself. I don't mean in the mirror, yet still speaking in a case of self-reflection. I started to base my life on what I really needed in comparison to what I wanted. I simplified everything. I need air, water, income, accommodation, peace, time. I simplified everything down to just what I needed. Then you can say that everything extra is a bonus. It's a sense of shifting my thinking to a point where the focus was how was I improving me. Forget how much I wanted to go out and indulge. When was I going to take the time to figure out me? The moment that I realized that I do not have to wait to live my life, as in for as much as I wanted anything in my life, I understood to just get on with it. Live. Enjoy the moments you have now rather than placing hope in future things that may not even happen. or make you happy. I realized how much of life I was wasting by waiting to be happy. I can't be happy unless I have this or that, or have her. It then became a point of me asking, what am I doing right now for myself? What am I doing to move forwards towards the things that I want, yet embracing the situation that I was already in? It's when I started to appreciate the finer details of who I was, to look at the parts of myself that I wanted to improve, and then to work on them. It then became an understanding of, I should already be focused in living the best life I can, before expecting a woman to accomplish that task. See, for as chauvinistic as it sounds, I understood what I wanted from women versus what I needed from them. But to get back to my previous point, it's easy for me to be happy and single because that starts with me. I am not bound to this responsibility, bound to a commitment to someone else, bound to something that may fail. Modern women have made it hard to get along with them, let alone to commit to them. Even men that aren't single by choice find some blessing in their freedom. Men that find their happiness in solitude have the understanding that they don't need to do anything except to maintain and take care of themselves, doing amazing things with their lives and free time, to build on who they are, or to be at peace with who they are. Thus, always remember and never forget, no man is an island, but we have to be. Because placing all of your happiness in one place means you only have one main source of happiness. And if you can't get that, or don't have that, then that means you can't be happy? When you learn to focus on your happiness, and not the happiness from the outer, is the moment you realize what you do and do not need. Life is for living. It's much easier and better when you live it for you. When you focus, observe, remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.